Greetings and salutations, wonderful people. My name is Scribe, and welcome to part 28 of the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena. It's been a while. For me, not for you. For you, this is just another week, but for me, this is the first recording session I've had since I started editing and getting scheduled the 3 episodes that I had tucked away for a rainy day, and I just never got around to editing them and getting them ready. So this is going to be airing tomorrow, and it will also be accompanied on Monday with a new Let's Play series. If you're wondering why it took me this long to record and get this video up and running for Friday, that second series is why. Unfortunately, I was having just a really hard time recording it, and I'll go more into that in that episode. So for now, where we left off, we had gotten the magical diamond we needed to gain access to the location of the Crystal Tower. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for the Crystal Tower, there it is, and we're going to enter it and attempt to find the 5th piece of the Staff of Chaos. So let's go ahead and get started. It is currently almost 4 a.m. Here we go. The Crystal Tower dominates the area, rising like an accusatory finger pointing at the sky above. This bastion of sorcery seemingly transcends normal human conceptions, existing in many places other than this. You can sense the 5th piece of the Staff of Chaos somewhere above. So unlike other dungeons, this dungeon is not about getting lower, it's about getting higher. Let me go ahead and get a spell ready for this. Here we go. It's currently 4 a.m. for me, so I'm only going to record a couple episodes. And then I will go ahead and get these edited for later. Oh, here we go. There we go. So yeah, hopefully there's not too much I want to add to this video, because that will make... It's Lord Serial! He was in the Crystal Tower all along! This whole time, he haunted our dreams. But he was hiding in here. Here we go. I think the weirdest thing that's going to be happening is that I'm going to have to kind of take the initiative of talking a lot, which I didn't really have to do in the video I was recording. I kind of just had to just react and then occasionally read some dialogue, you know? I didn't really have to do anything else in particular, but this one I actually have to. There we go. Alright. Am I able to rest? Yeah, I'd like to rest until I get my magicka back. It'll work. There we go. So yeah. And yeah, it's been really fun to kind of edit the videos and go back and kind of watch it, because I got to really experience the game differently, because I actually don't watch Let's Plays of the game. I just sort of beat the game and then moved on, but I think the interesting thing of watching myself playing the game is that I really found myself kind of defending the game to myself, which was really weird. Like my past self would complain about something, and I'd be like, no, you don't understand, that's not actually too bad. And then I would want to like put in this like giant wall of text just being like, this is why she's wrong, but then like, no, I can't do that as much as I would like to. Like the game is really good, and I definitely feel like people should play it. I just understand why I found it difficult at the time, because you know there isn't really any dialogue you're reacting to. There really isn't anything except environmental storytelling, and you're kind of expected to play around with that. You're expected to think. And I was more interested in trying to react to make things entertaining. Instead of really playing up the imagination and showing what a little bit of creativity can do while playing this game. Because this is a really good game. It's a game that deserves the praise it got. From what I understand, it actually got pretty decent reviews, all things considered. I know the urban legend I heard about the game was that it spread through word of mouth, mostly. But I don't know how accurate that is to say, because for all I know, word of mouth could have been, oh, you know, the game didn't get a big marketing release, but because of the reviews and people talking about it, it got a bit better. Where is Lord Serial? Where is he? Where is my nemesis? It has been our fated rematch, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Now, you may be wondering why I did that. The answer is I am very lazy, and I would rather just kill these guys, so that's why we do that. Because I don't want to die. But yeah, it was really interesting looking in and just being like, just telling my own self, like, no, you don't get it. This is really cool. Because the game, I think RPGs in general, and one of the reasons why they're my favorite genre is because they let you live with a system. They let you build and really simulate who you want to be instead of who the game wants you to be, you know? Like, when I play a game like Call of Duty or like Doom, the expectation is that you are going to be a specific character. With an RPG, usually speaking, they let you be who you want to be. And even if you aren't exactly who they want you to be, there's still a lot of leeway there, you know? Like when you play The Witcher 3, you can still make little micro adjustments to who your Geralt is going to be. And when you play Dragon Age, your character is right. There he is! Okay, so maybe it was a mistake to use the fireball spell. Give me a second. Okay, now is it possible that I was a big fish in a small pond? Absolutely. Is it also possible that Lord Serial is tormenting me yet again? Who knows? Jerry's still out on that now, aren't they? Now, what was I saying? I was talking about RPGs. Oh yeah, so I like what RPGs is that you can make who you want to be and then just walk around and and explore. You don't have to, you know, you get that freedom to really decide what you want your characters to mean. And I think Arena does that very well. There's a lot of different build varieties. Those build varieties may not be ideal, they may not be the most powerful, they may not always be balanced. I mean, in RPGs, usually the mage is the most powerful. I also tend to feel like warriors are a close second, and I feel like thief type characters are more prone to needing to overcome a challenge. But I think they're still good. I'm very much expecting another vampire to show up. I was trying to cast my spell again, and I hit Control V because I was like, yeah, paste the spell. That makes sense. But yeah, generally speaking, I tend to prefer games that have a character creator, and those usually tend to be role-playing games because I like being able to make myself. Which you may have noticed is why my character is named Caetheryn. It's supposed to be a play on my name. So that's also, it's something I do quite a bit. I don't always do it, but I do it sometimes. For these games, mainly, that's what I'll probably be doing. I'll probably be using that name over the course of the series and throughout other RPGs. I'll also just try to show off different mage builds. Like in the next in the other Let's Play, the secondary Let's Play that is going to be debuting on Monday, that's also one where you can play a mage, and I made a mage in that because I play mages wherever I can. If I can play a mage in it, I will. And yeah, even if it's bad. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to use the Blast to Blow High, but unfortunately, that wasn't an option now, was it? Alright, so now... Oh. There we go. Alright, let's go up the tower. Again, I could be grabbing loot, but I have so many potions that I don't really need to do that. I can just kind of coast by on what I got. Why can I not? Okay, I have a new idea. We're just going to use Blast to Blow High on everything. There we go. Oh. I didn't mean to fall in the water. Alright, so we're just going to be climbing the tower. I don't remember how many floors there are. I don't know why my gut says that there is 4. I don't know why. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Why are there lanterns if there's no sources of light?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
I don't really get that, but whatever. Half expect I'm gonna start leveling up again. Probably not, but I can dream. But yeah, so Yeah, this game is very good. Now, is it the greatest game ever made? Absolutely not. I think there's a lot of games that I adore that I wouldn't consider to be the best game ever made, and there's also a lot of bias there. Like, you can never say, oh, X game is the greatest game ever made, because that's subjective. You know, that's the greatest game for you. If you believe that Lemmings is the greatest video game ever made, then it's the greatest game ever made for you. For me, my favorite video game is Final Fantasy XIV because it means the most to me. But this game is still really, really, really good, and you should play it. The greatest issue that I think playing Arena is going to have for most people is going to be the control scheme and, to be honest, the graphics. That's a sad thing. I like looking at this because it's cool, you know, like these are older games, and it's cool to see a game when it looked like this, you know? Like, I like looking at NES games, and I like looking at games like this and games like Daggerfall because there is a charm. There is an older charm to these games. But for some people, graphics do matter, and it's unfortunate, but it's a fact. So graphics are going to matter for some people. If you can get past the graphics, the next thing you're going to have to get used to, the next thing you're going to have to overcome is going to be the controls, because the controls are not at all standardized to what the normal PC controls. Like, for example, in order to move like I'm doing, I am not using WASD, which would be comfortable and normal for most people. So what I'm doing is I'm basically have my left hand on the arrow keys, and I have my right to interact with stuff. Now, that's going to be a little bit awkward for some people. It's not for me because I'm used to it. I played this game for, it probably is more than 17 hours given on what I've seen, and I also tended to complete the dungeons. The only time I started actively like speedrunning this game was towards the end, and it was because I couldn't handle the length of the dungeons anymore. I was more interested in completing it than experiencing it, which is a sad thing. I wish I hadn't have done that, but I get a second chance to do it now with this playthrough, because I'm not going to skip. I know there is a way to, I know there's a way that you can basically skip over the entire game by routinely interacting with objects in a dungeon until you have all of them, and then just speed through the entire game. I'm not going to do that because that it's very clearly cheating. You're not meant to play like that. I am willing to be a little cheeky with game mechanics, absolutely. I am willing to abuse certain game behaviors, but I draw the line at active cheating, because some things are fun for players because it's something that you figure out. It's something you learn how to do through trial and error. But for other people, it's, oh, cool, this game I worked really hard on, you're just cheating in it to get it done, to say that you beat it, and other stuff. But you know, it's still really good. Now, is the game hard? Absolutely. This game can be very difficult. I literally died this episode. But also there are ways around it. That's sort of why you're supposed to kind of save often. That's the general recommendation for people playing a Bethesda game specifically, but it can also apply to other RPGs. You're going to be saving often. It's just a thing that's going to happen. You're gonna start doing it because you kind of don't get a choice, especially for difficult games like Arena. You really don't have a choice but to save often, because at any point in time you could die, and then if you die, you could lose hours of progress. These games are very long. RPGs in general are very, very long. So it's generally expected that you're going to be save scumming in them. Well, okay, there's a difference between saving often and save scumming. Save scumming is when you are actively manipulating the game for RNG purposes. It is to get the absolute best outcome. I have save scum before. I think most people who played an RPG have save scum before. I think most people who don't, I think I can respect them a lot. For me, I was a teenager, and part of the reason why I restarted games so much is because for me, I was trying to find the optimal playthrough, the optimal path, you know? Like this was something I noticed when I was playing Resident Evil is I restarted it twice. The original. And I did that because I was trying to get the optimal run through every single time. And eventually I had to realize and really, you know, accept with myself that you can't always do everything optimally, nor should you. You should be able to enjoy the game as it is portrayed. I think that's the wrong way. You should be able to enjoy the game with your choices. I'm playing through the Mass Effect games with my friends currently, and that's something that I'm really having to internalize, is that I'm having to accept that my decisions are my decisions, you know? Like if I mess up, I mess up. If I choose the unoptimal path and get a bunch of people killed, that's on me. That's part of the experience. Now, do I want that? Absolutely not. But it is something that can happen. And I'm trying to make the best decisions I can. But something like this, something like Arena, you're usually not going to get an optimal path. And I think the best thing is that for some RPGs, this game included, you can try again. Like you that's what the saves are for. Oh, there's some growls. Okay, so there's going to be some beast type monsters in this. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't remember this dungeon at all. So, but it's really cool that I'm here because this is the tower for high elves. So alright, I could keep going, but first, shield. Second, drink. Sorry about that. I have Canada Dry ginger ale, and it's strawberry flavored this time. Well, this is interesting. But yeah, so again, for this game, you kind of can try again. This leads into... No, it doesn't. Okay, we're good. Wow. This is really cool. Like, all these creatures just, like, kind of... I mean, it sucks for the creatures, but... The specimen causes disease. You don't say! Oh, hello. Oh, hello. You are very angry at me, and I don't understand why. Can you consider not being angry at me? Is that an option? I don't know if that's an option. I don't think that's an option, guys. Well, it's okay. They're dead now. I don't have to think about it. All right. So, okay. How do I? Feeding tube. No, thank you. We are not doing that. We're gonna go the opposite way, because I would like to at least try to get through here without having to fight anything. Well, okay, I already failed because I had to kill a bunch of trolls, but it's fine. It's fine. There is absolutely nothing wrong. There are no trolls in Bossing Say. There might be some trolls in Bossing Say. What am I doing? Right, okay. Sweet. Alright, now what am I doing? Ice Golem. Stone Golem. Oh. Oh, that is creepy. That is really, really creepy. Okay. I want the XP. We're gonna save right quick. Nope, okay. That's fine. Okay, what happens if I come in here, though? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. So getting access to this allows me to access the other places. Well, hello. You are attacking me quite a bit. Would you consider stopping? Thank you. Oh! There's the stairs. It's in here. Wait, is it? It is! Okay, got it. Alright, this is the 4th floor, I think? I'm not sure, to be honest. I wasn't really keeping track. I will take this gold, though. There we go. Alright. So... It is, I will say, it is beautiful. Like, this place is really pretty. I wish I was here under better circumstances, though. I'm going to assume that because it's Elder Scrolls Online, you can go into the Crystal Tower in that game. I'm gonna assume, but I might be wrong. But yeah, so the controls are going to be your biggest ones. So what are the controls? Well, like I mentioned earlier, you use the arrow keys to move. You can also move by hitting this by using the keys. Now, it is entirely possible to play the game by moving just with the keyboard and mouse. In fact, I think some people may prefer that. Other people may want a more keyboard and mouse approach, which is fine because I kind of have a similar thing. So that's why I use the arrow keys instead. Because first of all, it feels better to me, but also I feel like I have more precision this way compared to this way. Because this way feels floaty. It doesn't feel like I can be very precise, but with the arrow keys, I can, I can turn around however I want. I can move forward, I can move back, etc. And like that, we are God again. I am trying to keep my voice from getting super gravelly, because that is something that bothers me. As I talk, it gets a bit more gravelly. But it is what it is. I'm trying to like keep my voice kind of softer. That way it doesn't get like too rough. Hello there. You're being oddly aggressive. There we go. Alright. Oh, you have found a steel key. Well, that's cool. Is this a surprise tool that will help me later? I don't know if this is the one that has the floor that has the Staff of Chaos. I don't think it is. But then again, it's been so long since I played this, I could already be almost done, and then I would have no idea. For all I know, I've lost multiple keys on the way here, and then never known. I will say, I probably should have brought a potion of resist frost or a spell that did that. That probably would have been helpful. Oh, hello. There we go. So then the other controls is you hit J to jump, you hit Shift J to do a standing forward jump. You can hit M to open the map. In a marble hall as white as milk, lined with skin as soft as silk, within a fountain crystal clear, a golden apple doth appear. No doors there are to the stronghold, yet thieves break in to steal the gold. What is thy answer? I'm guessing this is another logic puzzle where you have to figure out how the thieves are getting in. There's no doors. You know, this is going to get me attacked, but I'm just going to say window. Too quick with thy answer. Think and try again. Alright, that is unfortunately all the time we have for today because my timer ran out. But we will return in the next episode where we will figure this out. I actually got through this dungeon pretty quick this time. I think because I actually got lucky with finding the pathing and stuff. Anyway, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.